Guys, you thought you thought we weren't going to talk about it. I ain't gonna lie. We got to take a pause because this week we gotta release, man. We gotta talk about album that dropped, man.
You always downplaying it. Give him a better introduction.
He gonna introduce himself. Here you go. When I heard this, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was in for something.
Said, what Virginia Beach?
Oh yeah, I thought it was about to be smoke on this
When
record.
I see the Dago track list, I was like, what? Where are we? What are we doing?
Yo.
I know what you say.
You
say I could have treated you better or whatever, but I don't know.
Right, I already did everything I could. You know what I mean? Like I did everything.
And you know how you get drawing conclusions like you got a Parsons degree or something. I could have treated you better. That's crazy.
This nigga is hilarious, dog.
Leaning, soda, fantasizing. That's not love. It's more like compromising.
So that was Drizzy Drake. That was the first track on For All the Dogs album that came out the other day.
All right, guys.
Y'all, there has been so much said around this album, y'all.
It's been a lot.
A lot.
It's been a whole lot. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm still taking it in.
Yeah, we go. It's a lot to get into, man. I want to know. We're gonna start off with our initial reaction to this album. I'm sure we all heard it. First
and if you haven't, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
And I'm biased.
Of course. I think
but
most
I'm
of
not
the world,
but I'm not super biased though. Like
I think most of the world is biased. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it's like
even the negativity.
Yeah. Yo. I'm trying to find All right, fuck it. Anyway, For All the Dogs came out, man. Drake's highly anticipated album. Where do I begin?
Where do you begin? Well, we can begin with the fact that it was supposed to been come out. So when you say highly anticipated, Lord, I was waiting on it.
Yeah.
When it dropped, I started it. It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't enthused to continue to finish it because I had other stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to a Drake album, though, it's like, fuck all those other things. Drake will be playing while I'm doing them, regardless of the situation. Yeah. But I just was not, it just didn't do it for me initially. Right. So I had to come back and listen to it.
Yeah. I'm going to start from the very beginning. So when he released Slime You Out, featuring SZA, I was like, oh, shoot. They've been, they already announced that they dated before in the past. They've been sending subliminal shots towards each other in different records. It was like, oh, shit, now we get to hear them on the record together. Highly anticipated. Get on the record. Hear the record. Was not impressed. It was because, when I'm thinking For the Dogs, I'm thinking I'm about to be out here barking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking it's going to give us that real type of energy. And it's just like, yo, SZA kind of went on this record. Like, she kind of talked her stuff. And you talking about the months of the year. And but I was like, you know what? It's Drake.
But it still was a good song.
It was. And it sounded a lot better on the album. And I know a lot of people mentioned that too. When I heard it in collaboration with the album, it sounded so much better. And Drake makes music that ages. Like, there's very rare where, unless you're a Drake fan, that you hear his album, the masses hear his album at first and be like, I love this. Like, I remember when Take Care came out and it was like, why is this nigga singing so much? Like this is garbage. Like, people were hating on Take Care. And then it became like his classic. Like it really catapulted him to being the artist that he is today. So I was like, okay, you know what? Slime You Out, cool tune. I'm gonna wait for the album, see what happens. Then the day before, the week before the album comes out, he goes to his Instagram and he drops this. I'm only gonna play a little bit of it.
So many tracks.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Some tracks.
Yo, this beat is fucking insane.
Yeah. Out here on the road, you can hear it in the voice. Still get this shit off. Look. The money speaking for itself, I call it fortune tell. 5 top from a bitch that work at corporate sales. Chinchilla Ushanka, we skiing out at Courchevel. Breaking news, they try to kill him, but the boy prevails. I leave for tour and my niggas fucking go to jail.
I just want to give y'all a little bit. This, I know some people were not feeling this. I was feeling this. I was like, okay, another timestamp record. He's talking his shit. Okay, I'm excited. I'm getting excited. Then we get the track list. Y'all, if anybody is like a fan of like just hip hop beats and stuff like that, the first song is fucking Virginia Beach. And somebody from the DMV. I just want to let you guys know Virginia Beach is not a part of the DMV. But anyway, Virginia Beach. I had to throw that little shot in there. Sorry.
Here's the home.
Love y'all. Love y'all. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hampton Roads and all that. Norfolk, all that. Virginia Beach is home to Pusha T.
Yes.
Which is one of Drake's
You didn't know that?
arch nemesis. Yeah. So, you know, my brain immediately
That's the first
went to that.
thing, yeah, me too. I was like, what is he doing in Virginia Beach?
I was just like, yo.
No, first, I'm not going to, immediately it didn't go there. Immediately I was just like, what the hell is it? And then as soon as I asked myself that, you don't have no business in Virginia Beach, Drake. Leave that boy alone.
I'm like, I know his tour didn't stop over there. Like, he drove right past there. But yeah, so Virginia Beach. So I'm like, okay. I know when Pusha T saw the track list, he's like, oh shit, here we go. But yeah, so album drop. Well, he announces that he's not going to drop it at midnight. He's going to drop it at 6 a.m. That made some streamers upset because, you know, a lot of people, they wait up late for the drop.
That's like, dumb to do nowadays.
I was like, I'm going to fall. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to listen to this when I'm in the gym. Wake up.
Ew. Because I'd have been so mad if that was my plan.
All right. The album is average. To me, it's not like... Oh, who the heck is this?
These hoes don't know what it is. What day it is.
Yeah, so anyway.
It's average.
It was average, okay? It's just so much high anticipation for this album. I was just like, okay. It wasn't giving what I thought I was going to get. When I'm thinking For All the Dogs, I'm thinking I'm about to get some city boy music. I really thought I was going to get like a continuation or a double down of Her Loss.
Yes.
And what I got was a reversal. We're back in the CLB and a little bit softer era type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like with the 23 tracks, I like artists who wants to give us a lot of music. And one thing about Drake is that he tries to please everybody. He tries to give everybody something. And this is what this album was. It has something in there for every Drake fan. But the problem is we are a high attention span type of era. We're a playlist type of era. So for me, how I judge albums is how many of these records am I going to replay and put on my playlist? And it's to be determined. I'm still playing it. Drake has a way of making you want to continue to re-listen to the album over and over, even if you think it's mid in the beginning.
Oh yeah, because I'm totally going to continue to listen to it. Like, that is where my bias actually like plays in, because I definitely am not one of those people that when I first heard the album, I'm just going to say it's good just because it's Drake. Like, I'm not a super fan. I'm not stupid. I actually enjoy good music, and I love Drake music, but I don't love all his songs. So
and I think it's actually a genius formula. I think Drake kind of makes playlist albums. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're going to get a different feel from each kind of song. It's not as cohesive as like what other people are. Like when you hear Killer Mike's album, you're getting that same sound all the way through. You know what I mean? Drake is going to switch it up. Like, I mean, if you listen to Virginia Beach to this 8 a.m. in Charlotte, and then you hear Gently with Bad Bunny, it's just like, is this the same album? Like, this is completely off.
Because it did not make sense.
Yeah, it's just like, but he's tapping in to every market that he.
And maybe that's what he meant by all the dogs.
Damn. And think about it like that. Yeah, literally. For each one of my dogs. Yeah. Even the bitches. Because he got records for the bitches.
That's what I'm saying. Like, now, I think we just unpacked it.
Yeah. You know what?
Now the amount of tracks makes, like, literally now, like, that maybe, why you didn't just say that? Can't you just, like, where's the rollout? I don't appreciate that. Don't just make an album, go on tour, and then surprise and say, I got another one coming out, which I really felt like was supposed to be a Her Loss Part 2, like you said.
Yeah, and I think he kind of put his words in his mouth, too, because to tour and to release an album at the same time is extremely difficult. Like, you're already touring off of a project you just made. You know what I mean? Like, just even remembering the lyrics and just that energy. Like, it takes a lot of stamina. And you have to be really physically fit to be able to tour this amount of days. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You looking at Drake, looking at Beyonce, I'm just like, yeah, they're superhumans. Like, it's what they're able to do. Like, it's crazy. But
they also can take off for 6 months too.
Yeah.
At the level, like at that level, like they don't have to do this often. They only do this once every blue moon.
It's still a lot. But even with that,
but that's what they get paid the big bucks for. I don't. Let's not make it seem like we feel bad for them, because we don't.
Yeah.
So I feel like I hear sympathy.
Sympathy, I do a little.
They're getting paid,
and this is
handsomely.
And this is why.
Because some of us are working just as hard physically. No.
Lord, don't I know it?
Like, for real.
Lord, don't I know it? The only reason why I get sympathy is just because probably when I see so many people get attacked, in my mind it's just like I automatically go in defense mode when I feel like the masses are wrong. So like,
not me.
See, for me,
and I can still not agree with the masses, but again, I will not spare any sympathy, because I know for a fact you already have hazard pay. So there's already a cushion there.
Hazard pay is
crazy.
Like,
seriously, like there's just
That's
like,
funny.
and not that money is ever going to be, but you signed up for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for some of the people that might have fell into this is one thing, but when
he wanted this
is what most
people want,
artists want, and that's what they're striving for. And you know that what you're asking for when you're asking for these dreams and whatnot.
Yeah. And then Drake is, I ain't gonna lie, Drake did it, man. When it comes to coming into the game, saying what you say you're gonna do, how long you're gonna be around here for, doing it at a high level, creating new sounds, bringing new artists, Drake has won the music game. You know what I mean? Like, he really has. And he has produced and given us so much music that he really does have to release another fucking album again. And most people will be satisfied. You know what I mean? Because,
and I'm one of those people.
Yeah, I'm completely satisfied with the amount of music and things that Drake has done for the culture, honestly. Like, he's done a lot.
And if he were, I would be a little bit sad, but I would be understanding.
Yeah. Because most people stop. Like, people don't have runs like this. There's very few artists who have runs like this.
I'm still sick with Rihanna.
We ain't getting no more Rihanna music. I know
that. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, people who she didn't put out enough hits. She didn't put out enough music. I don't give a damn.
I still, Anti is the greatest R&B album of that decade.
And it was a good album, but when it comes to greatest and just that one album alone is not going to do it for me. She had other good albums, but it just wasn't enough. And for me also too, I feel like you can kind of feel when people are coming to their end a little bit. Like if Drake was to start saying that he was ready to retire, it would be okay. But I feel like he would also warm us up. Rihanna, bitch, you didn't do that. Like you really just left us hanging.
Well, I think for one, she may not even have an option or a choice. You know what I mean? When it comes to marketing, they're just like, we don't want people thinking that this is going to be it. But after that anti-album, she does the Savage Fenty stuff. She becomes a billionaire, and she probably just finds a new love and passion. And it takes a lot to do music, and music doesn't make you no money. And I think that's there's no incentive.
She could have gave us a throwaway.
She
not one of the bitches that make mixtapes back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like because it was artists that gave us. You know what I'm saying?
She gave us that Black Panther song. that was a throwaway. Anyway.
It really was a real throwaway.
All right, back to Drake. I'm glad that he actually did announce right after this album that he's going to take a break. He said that for his health, I think he was having some like issues and stuff like that with his health. But he drops an album every year, sometimes 2 times a year.
Praise God.
And he tours and stuff like that. He's been doing this for 15 years. He deserves to rest.
He does.
He has earned his leisure. He has bought all these properties, these homes. He has his son that he brings on the road all the time. I'm sure he wants to spend more time with him and just be... Because you can tell he loves being a dad, too. Like, he really, really...
That dad shit is fun.
Yeah.
I'm not a dad, but I see it.
Yeah, he seems like he's having a ball with his son.
That shit is fun.
Yeah. So, I'm satisfied with Drake music. The album, I'm going to give it like a solid 6.5, 7 right now.
I was at the 6.5.
Yeah. And this can go up or down for me. I'm not going to lie. But it is trending upward. I'm not going to lie. It's trending to a 7. So
that's good because there's just so many tracks that I said I'm going to go and one more time I'm going to pick out because I still haven't picked the songs. I know what songs I like, but I haven't taken them out yet of putting them in where they need to go and saving them. But I'm going to do it one more time. And then after that, I'm not going to go back to nothing else I don't like.
I can say that I have 5 songs that I immediately run to. I'm not gonna lie, I immediately run to them. So I like the intro, Virginia Beach. I like Daylight. He was talking to ASAP and Rihanna Crazy on there. That was wild. Members Only with Party Next Door. Fire. What Would Pluto Do? Toxic. Love it. Oh shoot, all the parties was dope too. I was surprised to see a Chief Keef feature on there. That was dope. Rich Baby Daddy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know I was talking about Sexy Red the last pod, y'all, but listen,
you were.
I like this shit. I do. But we came up with a solution. We're just not gonna let our kids watch it. You know what I mean? But put this for the grown folks.
Can we play this for the audience? It sends me every time.
Well, when she let that coochie breathe.
Oh my god.
When she let that coochie breathe.
Oh my god.
Stop.
Lord have mercy. Forgive me.
Bend that ass over. Let that coochie breathe. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me. Bend that ass over.
What?
Let that coochie breathe.
Oh yeah.
Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me.
I still got some love deep inside of me. You don't need to lie to me. I know you got a guy. He's
I ain't gonna lie, I got scared.
Yeah, 2 scissors was needed.
Yeah.
I was happy to see SZA again. Hands on your knees.
I ain't gonna lie. I was happy to see.
Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me.
I was very happy to see another SZA feature.
Shake that ass.
Get over it. All right. Enough tiptoeing. I'm getting
that motherfucking Joe Budden. It's like, no, I'm saying.
Oh no, I wouldn't even get. I wouldn't go get to that yet. I don't. That's right after this. I'm gonna have to. One more thing.
Who? What?
About to me the highlight of the album.
Okay.
The biggest song on the album.
Somebody with J. Cole.
This Drake made a boo boo.
What was that?
You do not let this man get on this song and do this to you. And if you do, you make it an interlude. You make this a J. Cole interlude and you get the fuck out of there. Like, J. Cole came in there and he was like, this is a first person shooter? Okay. Sniped Drake right off of his song.
Yeah.
Got him right the fuck up out of there. Like, Drake, alright.
That's that fade.
Yo, there has to be a conversation, and it's being had already.
He said it's being had already.
About the placement of the top three. And I'm talking Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. For the longest time, it's been Drake, Kendrick, and Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been fights between who's first between Drake and Kendrick. Everybody will say Drake is the top artist, Kendrick is the best rapper.
Mm-hmm.
This guy named Jermaine has been on a tear the last couple of years with his own albums. I mean, going platinum multiple years, solo dolo. Then getting on other people's songs and destroying them. Like,
yeah. Because we love a good feature artist, but he's not just a feature artist.
Yeah, he's all the above. You know what I mean? And he has his own festival that we went to, Dreamville. Like, J. Cole, he has his own label. He's checking all the boxes of...
It's a cheat code to the music industry. If you can just stay down and not spend so much money, I feel like that's what makes it so much easier to obtain and make it easier.
And
he has education.
He's smart.
He's
very smart.
Yeah,
and
that counts for something.
Yeah, J. Cole, it's like one of those... I keep thinking about the stock market and stuff like that, but he's like one of those stocks. It started off slow, but it's just been consistently grow. He's like Apple. He's like Microsoft. It's boring at first. It's just like, oh, he's not doing nothing too crazy, but he's still trending upwards and he hasn't fell off. But when it comes to Drake is just like very volatile. Kendrick is very volatile. You know what I mean? Kendrick comes and he goes. Drake has been consistently high, stuff like that, but J. Cole, man, artist-wise and rapper-wise, clearly rapper-wise, is looking like he is trying to take that top spot. And this hurts my soul. Because people know me, I am the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan. Love Kendrick. But something has to be said about the consistency. And, you know, Kendrick is not dropping as frequently as Cole. And definitely not as frequently as Drake. So that's going to hurt you. Ladies and gentlemen, Jermaine Cole. You know that is not the song that I wanted to play. It's this one.
I was going to say, what happened?
First person shooter mode. We turning your song to a funeral. To the niggas that say they gon'
Who was he talking to?
He's talking to the world. He's talking to anybody that you got ears. I'm talking to you. That was another mistake. You let him go first. You let him start. You let him warm up. Don't let him warm up. Are you crazy? No, yeah, he already did. You seen what happened when you gave him an album called The Warm Up. Don't give him no warm ups.
That was a good song.
You gotta check him when he gets out the bed. Pause. Like,
Cause you better be talking about working in cubicles. Yeah, them boys had a lot, but I knew the code. A lot of niggas to break on my numero. Not the 3, not the 2, I'm the UNO. Yeah. Numero UNO. Me and Drizzy, this shit like the Super Bowl. Man, this shit done it big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just two guys playing shit that they did in the studio, niggas.
And this is another thing too. The Drake and Kendrick beef is still very much alive, and you can tell in this record as well too. Drake refuses to acknowledge Kendrick, at all,
right?
As being in the top 3. J. Cole, on the other hand, acknowledges that there is a big 3, but still saying this on Drake's song. There's a big 3, cool, but I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm one. I'm telling you this on your song. Drake is not even saying this on his own song. Anyway.
Usually send they verses back to me and they be terrible, just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women when they start debating about who the GOAT. I'm like, go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who you bitches really rooting for? Like a kid that had me from January to November, nigga, it's just you and Cole.
No, it's not.
Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl. Niggas so thirsty to put me in beef. Dissecting my words and start looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock cause I love the mystique. I still wanna give me a song where I beat. Can't trust everything that you saw on IG. Just know if I diss you, I make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on your caller ID. I'm naming the album to fall off. It's pretty ironic cause it ain't no fall off for me. Still in this bitch getting bigger. They waiting on the kid to come drop like a father to be. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Muhammad Ali, the one that they call when they shit ain't connected no more. Feel like I got a job at IT. Rhyming with me is the biggest mistake. The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. It's like we recruited your homies to be demon deacons. We got them attending your wake. Hey, how the gang got away from the bars, man, this shit like a prison escape. Everybody stepping with fucking and everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear up my plate. When I show up, it's motion picture blockbuster, the goat with the golden pen.
Then you let him switch the flow up? Are you crazy?
So shit up the crap duster. Not Russia, but apply pressure to your cranium. Cold's automatic when aiming on with the boy in the status of stadium.
Nah, see the song right here, it should have ended like that. Like, no. Drake tried to do a sicko mode thing, try to switch the beat up, try to get it full. No, nigga. No. You let this monster get on this record and do this? Are you crazy? All right.
It's still his song regardless of who
Barely.
does well. But
Barely.
regardless of who does well, I'm talking on paper. We know who gonna eat.
But the
But I'm just
culture...
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but
Jermaine,
a win for everybody.
Cole.
I feel like this should have been on his album.
And
it's a win for everybody, but J. Cole don't really even. He just started doing this whole feature thing. So I think that's a kind of a
J. Cole's album. And okay, for the people who don't know, J. Cole had Drake come to his Dreamville Festival. You know, they had that moment. We was there for that. Dope. Drake did a tour doing his tour. Had a show in Canada. I think it was Vancouver or something like that. Early on in the tour, 21 Savage was not allowed to, come. So he grabbed some other artists. He had Travis Scott one night, blah, blah, blah. He also grabbed J. Cole one night. J. Cole came out, did a set for him on his tour. And during that, Drake asked him, can I be on your album? Like in front of everybody. It was just like, yo, J. Cole, can I be on your album? Can I be on your album? And it just looks so crazy. Like when you just have all this information, it looks away now. It almost is looking like you let J. Cole come on your album and your song, and he does this. You better get him back. I ain't gonna lie. Drake better get him back, or it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good for the boy, man. But that's just my 2 cents.
You better get him back.
You better get fight back, nigga. Like get up. Like listen to this. This is what he did after he heard that.
I'm about to.
He about to what?
I'm about to.
What you about to do?
I'm about to.
About to what?
Sound like a nigga that can't rap.
I'm about to click out on this shit. I'm about to click. Whoa. I'm about to click out on this shit. I'm about to click. Whoa. I'm down to click out on you hoes and make a crime scene. I click the trigger on a stick like a high beam. And I was Benny Will whip when I was 19. She called my number, leave her hanging. She got dry clean. She got an Android. Her messages is lime green. I searched one name and end up seeing 20 teens. Nadine, Christine, Justine, Kathleen.
I like this part though.
Let's see, that's the thing.
I don't know why I know it ain't no good. I will say that.
You could do this on any other song
but
and
not,
it's fire.
Yeah.
But not when J. Cole just did that to you.
Yeah.
Like you can't, it's a time and a place for everything, right? This shit is hard. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not just trying, we're talking about two legends, GOATs, talking about this. Like, but if J. Cole just did that to you, competitively, you gotta fight back a little bit harder.
But who said Drake was competing? Maybe he said he ain't got it.
This is rap. This is hip hop at the end of the day. Like you should know,
I know.
You know better. This is why a lot of people they're scared of Cole. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people are scared of J. Cole. And this is the reason why.
They
But
take
they're
it
scared.
because
Okay.
they take it so serious.
In my opinion, they're scared of Cole. But then Cole be like, look, bruh, all of y'all can come here with love.
He plays the nice guy. That's the thing. He gets you.
He's not bully.
He J. Cole comes off as a very nice guy. Like, I'm very cool. I'm humble. You know what I mean? I dress up like a homeless man. Then he comes in and then he got the fucking yappa in his pocket and he dead. Quick draw.
He remind me of myself.
Because he's
No, only because it's just like with him, he's very chill, very humble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like he's
He's a
good
killer.
at what he does, and for that, he doesn't have to. He don't have to do nothing. Like everybody else does it for him. Like his fan base is so crazy. He proves and delivers every single time.
Yeah. Nah, he's tough. He's like that.
He's the truth.
he did made that song, Pride is the Devil. Like,
Yeah.
I love that whole album.
Yeah, nah. Jake. Going back in time, I ain't gonna lie. Born Center is still one of my favorite projects of 2013. I mean, Fire, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. J. Cole's run is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I wasn't a
we
fan the
gotta
whole
go
time.
back to Dreamville next year.
Hmm?
We gotta go back to
It depends on what his lineup looking like. I'm not gonna lie. Like I need to see all these lineups. This is my first year not going to Rolling Loud because their lineup was trash to me. No, I mean it's been trash. They had Kanye on the bill the year before. That's what got me out there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But anyway, we gotta get into this next segment. But I gotta take a break. I gotta go to the bathroom bad. Sorry guys.
Okay.
Oh, the phones.
Top hill.